Welcome to 33 Founders, a series about founders of the coolest startups. Brought to you by 33 Voices and hosted by Chase Jennings and Jenna Abdu.
So 5 years ago, Jacqueline and I started a nonprofit summer camp for hundreds of kids living in really tough neighborhoods of Brooklyn here in New York. And throughout that experience, we became very engulfed in the lives of these kids and spent a lot of time in the neighborhoods. And on top of that, saw the kids coming on and off the bus to and from camp with all their things in trash bags. So spending time with them and really getting to know these kids, we knew that there was a need here in the United States. But we also felt like just creating a company that just gave away things and just gave material donations wouldn't really better them for the long haul. So we wanted to create a company that was about more than just a buy one, give one model, which is why we created this program called the GiveBackPack Program, where not only for every bag that we sell, one is hand delivered to an American child in need, but we have a whole workshop that we do with the kids, which is kind of an educational workshop mixed with a motivational rally.
Over the course of the 1 week camp that we put on for these kids, we would notice that for the new campers, for the kids who had not been there before, they come off the bus and they're sort of in this tough skin and they don't really want to let anybody in. And then by the end of the week, after they've been showered with attention and love and patience and most importantly, role models, they would step out of that skin and they'd become kids. And by the end of camp, they were laughing and they were jumping in the pool and they were going on the tubes and they were just really experiencing life as little kids. And I think that's really a big part of our message is that, you know, we're going to come to you and we're going to plant a seed. You know, giving a bag is one thing, but really what our mission is to plant a seed and change their state of mind to understand that looking at these role models, this could be you one day.
How do you walk the line between nonprofit and profit? Do you have to work twice as hard to make everything work?
It's a great question. So we call our company a for-profit company with nonprofit pedigree. So obviously, you know, we're very focused on our mission and we want it to be genuine and we want it to be impactful. But at the same time, we need to make great product that's affordable to our customer and appeals to a large clientele so that we can sell bags to give bags. Soliciting people for donations and charitable contributions is definitely, it's hard work and it takes a certain DNA to do that. But I don't want to use the word solicit, but marketing to our clientele to try and buy a bag, and not only buy a bag, but buy into our mission, in some ways feels a little bit easier because there's something tangible that, you know, so-and-so can buy a bag in San Diego, California and learn about our mission and watch our videos and feel like every time they put that bag on, they've supported another child, you know, growing up in an underfunded neighborhood in the States. Whereas sometimes with nonprofit, it's hard for people to make that connection of their donation into where it actually goes. And you know, we struggle with that all the time with our nonprofit. And, you know, if you don't come to camp and see these kids smiling from ear to ear from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., it's hard to really get that message out there. But for someone to spend, you know, X amount of dollars and purchase a bag and wear it, there is that tangible connection.
I think that definitely makes a big difference for people, like you're saying, because it's a little bit of a constant reminder. So every time I put on my backpack, that's what I'm going to think of.
Yeah.
And throughout your guys' life and really your entrepreneurial journey as well, you've really dedicated yourselves to enriching the lives of others, which is an incredible sentiment. What lessons have you learned about people in the process?
People of all backgrounds, all types of people just really appreciate a genuine person. And just real honesty and a good-natured soul. I've noticed that kids at camp, the kids who come off the bus or who have spent a couple of days at camp at first, they're totally they're just guarded and they don't really want to interact with you. But then when you just start talking to them like, you know, anybody else would talk to them, and not like talking at them or talking down to them or whatever, you know, they open up and they become more relaxed. And I feel that same thing with adults when it's like you're just genuine and honest and transparent and kind. I think that that's the best thing that I've learned about working with all different types of people is that kindness and honesty. Everybody is just much more receptive.
People want to be part of something good and genuine.
Yeah.
Now, next January, when you guys are even bigger, when you guys are the #1 backpack company in the world, how can you scale these Pac-Men? Do you know how you're going to be able to keep this up on an even bigger scale?
They train staff. So each of them run campuses in Brooklyn, parts of Brooklyn, and they've done it all around the 5 boroughs. And part of their job is they hire staff and they train staff to kind of drink the Kool-Aid, so to speak, and to kind of like do the things that they feel like they should be done, and they hire the right people.
The truth is, like, I think our Pac-Men are priceless. Our 3 guys are just like second to none. But there are so many like Pac-Men guys and girls across the country, like doing such great things within their neighborhoods and bringing a smile to the kids' faces every single day and working hard to do that and trying to quote unquote like change their paths. That I don't think it's going to be that hard to find people to, you know, to copy the program, you know, anywhere in the country. I think that it's just a matter of seeking them out and then training them. But I think that there are so many out there.
If you're out there watching this podcast, future Pac-Men and women, contact us.
Well, I think you have 2 people right here who are ready for training. And
there you go.
Nice.
How are you applying the 6 badges mantra to your business?
I mean, you know, we just do what we can in the community and the world around us and try to empower kids to be leaders. And we're like extremely accepting of, you know, any and all feedback that we get from customers and from people that we work with. And, you know, we just try to stretch ourselves, you know, cast as wide of a net as possible in order to reach the most amount of people. And we're crazy recyclers.
That's right.
Crazy.
It's true.
as you guys integrate those 6 badges into your daily lives and into your team's daily lives, how do you constantly challenge yourself to continue growing and see the bigger picture?
For us, I think it's just that fear of complacency and that fear of, you know, that because we've gotten some great press and people seem to be intrigued by us, and then we're just going to like cruise. Like, no, we're coming out with new products. We're coming out with, you know, we're redoing our website a lot of, you know, different ways.
What's been one mistake that you guys have made that other entrepreneurs can learn from?
We had spent over a year just in the planning stages and then eventually in the production stages. And we were so anxious to like just show the world our website and get our product out there that I think we probably did so maybe a month too soon. And
we didn't quality control our product long enough, one bag in particular.
Yeah.
And we launched and we sold tons of bags. And then after we started wearing the bag, we noticed that it was ripping. And so we had to recall our bags in the first 2 weeks of business. And I mean, internally, it was a nightmare for us. It was devastating. So we were like, what do we do best? We're honest. So we literally wrote an email and sent it to every single person who bought the bag and told them exactly what happened, and you know, that they can return their bag free of charge, and we'll send them a new one after we do a brand new product run with proper quality control and everything. And I would say that it was a mistake to launch the bag so soon without the proper wear test, but then in the same breath, it was the best lesson we could have ever learned, because every single customer was like, absolutely no problem, like I'll wear mine, you know, until the new one comes out and blah, blah, blah. So again, like definitely a mistake, but a wonderful lesson at the same time.
Live and learn.